Hello and welcome to McKillop Library Online. In this video, we're going to be looking at how you use the library catalog to find ebooks. Now to start off, you want to go to our library homepage, which is library.salve.edu. You'll notice in the middle of this page you have an open search box that you can use to find ebooks, books, videos, music, and more. If you had a certain title or an author's name that you wanted to search, you could go ahead and place those here. But often you'll find that when you do your college research, you have a specific research question you're trying to answer. For example, let's say that we wanted to know what impact smoking has on health. This is how you would phrase that question if you were asking another person. However, when you work with the catalog often doesn't know how to break down this question to know what words you're the most interested in. So what you want to do is take away the words that aren't really necessary. So we can go ahead and remove what impact does. And then we'll also take away have on. So we're going to be left with smoking and health. These are what we call your keywords. They're the most critical words in your research question, and those are the words you want to search. So we'll go ahead and generate the search. And you'll see that we have a new tab that pops up, and this gives us over 56,000 results of different books that have these two keywords in them. We want to do a little work before we start looking at these to make sure that we're only having ebooks at Salve Virginia University Library pop up. So if you go to the left, you'll see that we have a variety of search tools, and we're going to limit this to Salve Virginia University Library. Then, if you scroll down a little more, you'll see that there's an option under Format to select ebook. So now we can see that there's 472 ebooks at Salve Virginia University Library that are on smoking and health, or that include those terms. So let's pop into one of these records and see what information it's giving you. So you'll see that first off, it brings you to where you can look at the availability. But before you look at the availability, you might want to just look at the description to make sure that this covers the topic that we had in mind. So if you go up to that description, it'll give you some information regarding how long it is, what the publication information is, so the type of information you would need if you were creating a citation. And then if you scroll down to contents, you'll see that this gives us a breakdown of the chapters as well as the authors who wrote those specific chapters. Sometimes you'll also see down here a little bibliography or a little bit of extra information too. So let's say you looked at this information and you decided that this book looked amazing for your research and you really wanted to see the full book. We'll go back to that section on check availability. We're given two different links to access it. I always just start with the first one. You can always move to the second if for some reason the first one wasn't showing up. And we're brought to a new page that gives us the full book here on the right, so you could just go through and read it from here if you wanted to. Or if you just had a specific chapter in mind that you wanted to research, you could use this left toolbar here to go to a specific chapter or to download a specific chapter by using this little icon to the right. All right, so that is how you find and access an ebook using the library catalog. Just to quickly recap, we started out at the library homepage, we put our keywords into the search box, and then we generated a search. That brought us here with our filters that we narrowed down to Salve Virginia University Library and ebook, and then we were able to access the book using the View ebook button here. Remember, if you ever get stuck on the library homepage, you can always choose this Ask a Librarian chat box, and you could go ahead and write in a question for a librarian who is there. All right. Well, happy researching. I hope this has been helpful to you.